here's what's happening at Ewetopia Farms today. Putting bedding down doesn't take too much time. Today we're sorting breeding groups out again. We're going to be getting some delicing done as well. This is Monsters group heading into the barn. Going that way, that way. I didn't think there were this many motorcycles in all of Canada.
That's right.
Let's get started. It's a rainy day today, so we're planning on getting another breeding group set up while the weather's bad.
Yeah.
These guys just got fed. We're gonna open the back doors for them in case they want to go out. You know, our sheep kind of fussy about the rain, but we'll give them the option. No one can say we don't give them the option. Right, Arnie?
Right.
Right now, Arnie's feeding the rams some hay. And this afternoon, we'll be starting on sorting sheep again into breeding groups. Another job we have to do today is put some bedding in the back of one of the breeding groups. It's getting a little mucky, so we never want that to happen. Who wants to lay down and muck? It's not a good thing. Come on, you guys, that way, that way. Precision driving. Okay, before lunch we just headed over to the main barn again to put that bedding out. You definitely don't want sheep that are in breeding groups or in any group whatsoever to be in dirty conditions. So they're getting some fresh bedding. Might improve the ambiance in this pen right now for the breeding groups. Make it a little bit romantic and cozy. Although I'm guessing the majority of these girls should be bred by now. Hi, aren't you a spectacular girl? Yeah, it's humid because we still have heat. And we've had rain yesterday, and heat and rain makes humidity. You would never know right at the moment that it's fall. At the cottage it was starting to feel like fall. We even saw signs of corn with frost damage. Hard to believe. Now quickly over to Luther's group. In general, we don't ever put breeding groups outdoors, even if we have pasture. The last thing we want to be dealing with when we're trying to get sheep pregnant is sheep with parasites as well, or hoof problems from standing in wet fields or whatever. So they are kept indoors during breeding so that we can keep close eye on their condition and health for optimal breeding results. Putting bedding down doesn't take too much time. For the last little while we've used very little bedding in these pens because it has been exceedingly dry, as you know, and any moisture that was in here quickly evaporated. But now that today is a really humid day, you begin to quickly see that you need to be keeping an eye on the bedding to make sure it's not getting dirty, smelly, and nasty. Okay, we got the first 3 Dorsets already ran over real quick. It's like they want to go in a breeding group. There's still one there. Just put her in the next group. Come on, they're all coming in. Max, come here. Okay, we'll try this again. The rule is never go back for one sheep. It's just not worth it because then all the others come back. Instead of getting the one, you get all of them again. Getting organized is half the battle. So these are the first half of the sheep that we've got to sort through. These are going to be sorted into a Dorset group, who's going to go with Lancelot, and a Suffolk group, and these ones will be sorted out for Monty. So also in this group of sheep, there's going to be cull sheep and kind of misfit sheep. And the misfit sheep will be the ones that are going to be sorted out as being pets and will just stay here. And those would include sheep like Peggy, who obviously has a leg issue, and we're not going to be breeding her, and she is not going to be sent to market either. So there's a lot of fussing about with this first group as we go through the chute, but the goal is to get 30 ewes for Monty and 30 ewes for Lancelot, and sort out all the misfits along the way. And while we have them, we've also decided that since we deliced the sheep in the main barns, that maybe while we had them here, we would delice all these at the same time too. So while I'm scanning the sheep and figuring out who's related to who and writing down the sheep that are going into each breeding group, Arnie is going to be delicing the sheep. So he's got a container of delicer there, and as I'm fiddling around with my reader and the paperwork and stuff, he's going to be going down the line of sheep in the chute and just giving them a few dabs of delice, which is all they require to keep them lice free, and in about a month we'll give them a second dose. And that ewe there that just came through, the cull sheep are coming into the front pen, and the ones going in a breeding group are going to be coming into the pen with me. And we're also going to somehow put the misfits in different pens as well. So yeah, it's a little complicated this first round. Hopefully when these groups are done, the second half of the sheep will go a lot more easily. So like I said, all the sheep that are going to be going in the 2 breeding groups, excuse me, are going over by me. To begin with, we're going to be putting the Dorsets and the Suffolks both in that same area with me together. And then once we have all the sheep that match both Monty and Lancelot, then we'll run them through again and sort them into 2 groups of Suffolks and Dorsets. You gotta love working with breeding stock. It's so complicated.
No, this is the 1 foot. The sheep can go over the land. Sheep can go in here too. For now.
That was Peggy.
Okay, so let it go out there too. It's gonna have to go back over.
So in the front pen, we are putting the cull sheep and the sheep that are related to Monty, so they can't be bred to Monty. And that front group at the end will be sorted again as well, because we have to divide that group into the cull sheep and the sheep that are going to go with another ram, not Monty. So yeah, we've got basically a whole bunch of things going on. We're sorting out cull sheep, related sheep, Dorset sheep, Suffolk sheep, pet sheep. So it's going slow and it's a little time consuming right now. But the good thing is it's going smoothly. The sheep are actually quite calm today. They're moving slowly. Nobody's panicking, which makes everything a lot nicer for both us and the sheep. Oh, and you know who that is? Who's coming up for a little visit with me? That's Hot Lips. She is going in a breeding group, and she's going to be in a group with Lancelot. But she was just hanging out as Arnie and I were talking, looking for a few little ear scratches. So right now, this would be the sorting of Monty's group and Lancelot's group. Right now we're doing complicated stuff. We're removing cull sheep and keeper sheep that, like Peggy here, is going to go in with the ewe lambs as a pet. Cammy, her udder is destroyed totally. She had triplets. She's got mastitis. We were going to send her as a cull, but we decided to leave her as a pet. She's going to stay here and not be bred. But for now, we're trying to sort the misfits into pens where they belong. So, Peggy, go on. This is Monsters group heading into the barn. So all these ewes were selected based on relatedness to Monster. Okay, these are the first two studs we're using. Go on that way. That way. Stay here, dogs. Good boy. So here we got Monty and Lancelot was the choice for the Dorset. Max, stay back a little. He's gonna go. Going that way, just a little bit. 1 foot. 1 foot. There we go. I'll meet his girls there for a second. Okay, Monty is definitely in the mood because in the barn he wanted to get in with all the other ewes. This is how Arnie and I are totally different. He likes to do things after the fact, and I like to do things ahead of the fact. So I wanted to have the pen set up and immediately put each group in the pen and lock the door. And he wanted to get the sheep over here and then set up the pens. I just find it's easier to do things when you don't have a million sheep around. And me having to guard gates and watching for escapes and jumpers and sheep getting in the way, run over. Whereas if you have an empty barn, you don't have to do that. But at the end of the day, as long as everything gets done and everyone's okay, that's what matters most. But now, yeah, we're working in here. This is how I got hit by Hilton too. Working in here while he's in a skid steer and I'm in a group of ewes with a ram. Luckily, Monty is a friendly ram. While we were sorting the breeding groups, as I was recording everybody, Arnie was delicing all the ewes. Trying to figure out which Suffolk rams to use, and we had a little friend walking around giving us advice. He was whispering into Arnie's ear, and we decided to substitute out Kryptonite and use Matrix, one of our young ram lambs from last year, the hefty little short guy. We're going to use him instead. And we are going to use the Hilton ram. And that's all, right? And we'll show you pictures of them tomorrow. So we were in here because we ran out of time today for sorting. Just took way too long. And this is who we're going to use. This is Matrix. He's an RR, real British style. And, oh, no, that's not Matrix. That's the other guy that I was tempted to use. That's Marius, who we've decided not to sell. Matrix is just that tad bit heavier as far as muscling goes. They're almost identical. So we've been looking at the two of them for quite some time. But we're going to bring him over tomorrow. He's going to get a breeding group. He was one of our May lambs from last year. And here's his buddy here. Oh, this one's Marcus. Sorry, I got the names wrong. That's Marcus. This is Matrix. We're going to use Matrix. That's Knockout.
Ooh. This one's better.
They're both extremely similar, but I'm thinking this is the guy. So he's going to be a British one. He's going to be in charge of the British group. And he...
Which one do you think?
Well, he's better for sure.
Better than shoulder? Probably got little testicles.
A little better, but I mean they're both very, very similar. If you want wider, that guy's wider.
This guy's got a little more barrel on his rib.
Because he's from Knockout. And Knockout's got that kind of belly.
I prefer the head of this one for sure. Got a nice Roman nose on him.
Well, I'm thinking we're going to be keeping both of these rams. They're not for sale. They're both RR, I believe. One is at a Felon, who we don't have anymore. And this guy's at a Knockout. And we like Knockout, but actually this ram I think is an improvement on Knockout. Knockout's missing his chest.
Good head.
Yep.
Bellier. What do you say, buddy? Are we going to have some kids?
Okay, so we'll get him tomorrow. And the other one we're using is the Hilton son, who, whereas these guys, my sheep, are all fantastically friendly like this. The Hilton ram takes after his dad. He's a wild bugger. But we're going to use him because he's a good ram and hope that his lovely disposition doesn't pass on.
Who's this here? Huh? This is Hamish.
This is Marshall. Marshall is from Hamish. He's also not for sale. He will be using him next year. He's out of Hamish. And if you were concerned if Hamish was working, you could throw him in as a cleanup. And then on the other extreme, we got this guy. There we go. And you can tell who he's related to. He walks uphill. He looks just like his dad. He's got a little bit of his attitude. But that's Hilton's son. Hi, Marshall. You're wonderful. All of our sheep here are extremely nice. Hi, Marshall. Remember Marshall as a baby? He's still wonderful. Hi. We had to put a screeching halt on sorting sheep because we had to make an emergency pickup.
Don't tell them what it is.
So we're on our way. An hour and 10 minutes from here. It's so hard to get work done these days. We're still on our travels, and cops are directing traffic to let all these bikes through for some reason. Not quite sure what's going on.
Bike fest.
It's probably a Hell's Angels for Kids thing. have runs for kids. So it looks like the bikes have stopped. We're going through downtown Perth right now. Looks like we got the cops coming up still. The lights are flashing, but I assume they're the tail end of whatever that was. But we gotta be careful here, because for some reason there's a whole bunch of people at town hall. And these guys are waving. What are they waving about? It is Footsteps of Canadian Heroes support. I thought that's what the signs were saying. So it's not toys for kids. It's for our veterans. And this is the beautiful little town of Perth, which is, today's a Saturday in fall. In Canada, fall is super busy. A lot of times we eat down there. The food's not awesome, but the location is to die for. But it's a popular town on most days, but in the fall, on weekends, everywhere in Canada is super busy. But we're not stopping in Perth. We're moving onwards to our destination. And since we hadn't planned on doing this today, we will be having hopefully a nice drive back through Westport. Okay, we made the stop to get what we had to get, and now we're heading home. We'll show you what we got when we get home. But this was, since we were out here, this was our next stop. Arnie just went over the wooden bridge. He's gonna go turn around and I'm gonna go onto the bridge. And this is looking back where we had parked. Someone just crossed over the bridge, not Arnie. But isn't this a spectacular bridge? Beautiful spot. The only thing that could have made it better is to have a train come by and we could film it from up top. Or if we were down below as it came under the bridge, how cool would that be? Okay, that was pretty cool, eh?
Extremely cool.
Are we light enough to get over this bridge? 14 tons.
Might have to just step out then.
I was thinking more of you. Oh, don't show what's in the back.
There's no price on that.
This is one of our favorite little antique shops, and we always manage to come here when they're closed. And they were just about to close, like half an hour, and we came in and they've stayed here and showed us stuff. But it's the cutest little place ever.
Yeah, we're not even in the backyard. As a garden game. Yeah, well, we basically in the backyard we have an entrance to a sheep paddock, and right now I have a modern gate in there. And I like to build.
Well, this place is between Perth and Westport. And again, we're looking at an old gate, a little thing for putting our wood pellets in the house, and of course 2 decoy ducks. We always get decoy ducks from these guys. But it's like 5 o'clock now. We're terrible but they were here, so we came in. They should have shut the door. So Arnie loves bargaining with antiques, so we made that little package. And I think we're gonna load them up. We were just talking with those people, and Arnie's still back there talking, but we saw a great blue heron fly into the stream back here. And I'm just seeing if I can see him here. They got a beautiful stream by their place. I don't see him though. Well, our conversation at the antique shop took 2 hours. We didn't just keep them open half an hour longer, but 2 hours longer, 2.5 hours longer. So it's starting to get dark. So we decided to stop for a nice meal at a restaurant we discovered. What you eating tonight, Arnie?
Well,
Is it something new?
we're having pizza. And my pizza cutter is home that someone gave me. I should have had it.
Wood-fired pizza
Yeah, it actually tastes good.
outside on September 27th.
I highly recommend it.
Unbelievable to be eating outdoors in Canada at the end of September. It's unheard of. I'm wearing t-shirts.